I wanted to talk a little bit about Scorpios. Now, I like the females. All the female Scorpios I've met, they all seem really nice. I've never had an issue with a female Scorpio. Okay? But I think I've met positive female Scorpios. Now, I've met a few Scorpio males and I can't deal with Scorpio males, man. They're really weird. Like, I've got one as a friend and I can tell him like all of my deep dark secrets and he loves it. He's a cool guy, you know. I don't feel like he judges me, but I haven't got extremely deep with him, but I feel like he's a positive Scorpio, therefore I can get along with him. There's been a few Scorpios I've met over the years which I'll tell you about. This was like years and years ago. I had a Scorpio guy around my house, and I think I went to go and get some drinks or something, and he was in my iPad, but he was quiet in my iPad. You know when people kind of talk to you as you're walking out the room or something, they still talk to you. He was sitting there quiet, but I didn't care. Like, there's nothing in here that I can't, answer. I don't give a flying fuck, right? So he's going through my iPad, and God, I saw him again a few years after, about 3 years after, and he then expressed to me that he went through my iPad 3 years prior. And I was just like, I don't care, but why did you feel the need to tell me 3 years later? Most people will go through someone's phone or their computer or something and mention it a week later, the next day, the next hour, whatever. Why did you wait 3 years to tell me? The point I'm making is Scorpios seem to have to do things and to want to tell you or get you back like a long time after they've done the act. I don't quite understand that, and I've got another story coming up in a minute. But I was on Tinder a little while ago, yeah, and you know when you can just tell when people are Scorpios, it's really disgusting. I absolutely hate the male Scorpio look, yeah. Like, you'll look at a Scorpio and see he looks really dark, really calculated, really mysterious looking. Just, it's in the eyes. You can look at a Scorpio and see one and be like, he's a Scorpio. Like, they have these calculating looking kind of eyes. I don't like it. I don't like that look. Some people love that. I don't like it. They just look like sex pests. And they are sex pests, in my opinion. Anyway, I saw this Scorpio looking kind of guy. It was like this in his pictures. Covering his face so his, calculated eyes are so obvious, yeah? So, yeah, I matched him purely for the fact that I wanted confirmation that he was a Scorpio, right? So I matched him and I asked him what star sign he was. Of course, he's like, why? Because it was one of my first questions. But I wanted the confirmation, so he was like, I'm a Scorpio. I saw that and I matched. I just wanted the confirmation and I got it. And, I'm sure everyone else can clock a Scorpio when they see one, but I don't particularly like that calculating look. Not everyone has it, but a lot of them do have it. I was on there again, I think it was around the same time, and I matched with this other guy. The same kind of, calculating kind of look, but I wasn't sure. So I matched anyway, out of curiosity, because that's what I'm so curious in things. But I matched anyway. We started talking, we exchanged numbers, and he was so monotone and boring. So, like, I'm alright, how are you? Yep. So, what have you been up to? Just so straight, monotone in the voice. Like, if you watch my other video, the Leo video, you'll kind of see that I talk about when I'm around Leos. Like, it's fun, it's bouncy. When I'm chatting to Scorpios, it's not fun. I feel fucking depressed speaking to you lot. You lot may not be depressed and down, but I fucking feel it. The way you lot talk about being so it's the way you lot speak. You sound so fucking depressed. It's okay, all right? It's fine. Life is not that bad. It's so annoying speaking to you guys, and you all sound so down. So, because I kind of like to laugh, and I kind of used it as an opportunity to laugh and then to come off the phone. So I kind of just began to sound like he did, because I was bored. So he asked me a question and he didn't like my answer because I was bored. He then took that and took offense to it, as they do, because you lot are boring, yeah. And we started arguing, and then the sting comes out, because you lot are fucking crazy. The sting comes out. So I come off the phone and I felt amused because my day was boring and he made my day, and he was blocked and deleted. Okay, you guys, it's like you guys have to build up like your sting before you let it out. And I just don't get where it comes from. You guys are so moody and so like monotone, and then you sting out of nowhere. But do you know what? I've got this guy. Oh my god, this guy told me this story, right? He's a Scorpio guy. The same monotone voice, just not exciting at all, right? He said that he broke up with his ex years and years ago. I think it was like 3 years, and he had access to her emails, and he went into her inbox and he saw lots of messages from seeking arrangement, what's those baby sugar dad sites, yeah. And he went into them. So he's in her email and he went into them. Bearing in mind, he broke up with her 3 years ago, okay? He went into them and he clicked onto the link, and he saw all of the messages that his ex-girlfriend, has been sending to all of these old ass guys, these old rich guys. And he was like, oh my god, my ex is a hoe. She's this and she's that. So what he did is he screenshotted the messages and sent it over to her mother. Bearing in mind, they broke up like 3 years ago or a year ago, whenever the fuck it was some year something. But this is how calculated Scorpio men are, okay? You might hurt them, you might leave them, okay? 1, 2, 3 years down the line, they will still want to see you grovel. They want to see you hurt. They want to upset you, make you cry and embarrass you. That's what he did. Now, if it was me, I would have seen the emails and kept it to myself or told my friends and laughed about it. But he went to the extreme and told her mother, okay? This is why I don't fuck with Scorpio men, okay? Because they will hold shit against you for the rest of their life, okay? Or for the next couple of years until they can get you back, okay? I don't like Scorpio men. However, Scorpios are known to be very, very protective parents, very good parents, and they're very patient people. All signs have pros and cons. But for me, in my experience, from what I've seen, I don't really want to mess with any Scorpios. I'm a fire sign. I don't really go with water anyway. And on my birth chart, there's not a lot of water, hence why I gravitate more towards fire and a little bit of earth. But good luck to people who do like to deal with Scorpios. If it works out for you, good for you. But not for me, I'm sorry.